You are the technique. Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome back to my channel. This is Priya, your manifestation coach. And in this video, I'm going to shine some light on why you are the technique, period. But first, if you would like to get coached by me, I offer an online course, Manifest Your SP Mastery. This is where I show you step by step how to manifest the version of your specific person that you desire. I also offer monthly membership coaching. This is where you can get live coaching with me on a weekly basis to really stay on top of your manifestation game. And finally, I also offer one-on-one coaching. You can get access to any of these offerings by simply clicking the link below in the description box. Okay, let's get back to this video. You are the technique. Now, the reason why I made this video is because there is a lot of noise about what is the best technique to manifest your specific person, the car, the house, the money, the ideal body, the perfect health. People are constantly chasing the next best technique because they believe that it's the technique that is doing the manifesting. Here's the problem with that. The technique that you use, whether that is affirming, visualizing, or scripting, is not what is doing the manifesting. Your I am, your awareness is what is doing the manifesting. What do I mean by this? So let's say you begin to think a thought that implies your end with regards to whatever you're manifesting. Let's say that you're manifesting a relationship with your specific person. So you begin to affirm, remember the affirmations are just the thoughts that you are thinking. Me and my specific person are in a loving, committed relationship. Now, is it the affirmation that's allowing you to manifest? No. It's actually your identification with that thought. Your I amness, identifying with that thought, is what is doing the manifesting. In other words, your awareness. In the moment that you identify with the thought, me and my specific person are in a happy, committed relationship, that is who you are aware of being in the now. Now, as you make this new thought the dominant thought within you, when it becomes the dominant story you're telling, your subconscious mind must produce proof of this to you in your 3D reality because you're dominantly aware of being the version of you that is in a loving, committed relationship with your specific person. But again, it's not the thought that did the manifesting, it's your awareness. Thoughts on their own do not have any power. It is your identification with the thoughts that gives it power or that brings it to life. This is why when you're thinking negative thoughts, the best thing that you can do is begin to observe the thoughts so that you're no longer identifying with it. Because if you're not identifying with it, you're not manifesting it. Now, in the same way, let's talk about visualization. If you're visualizing a scene that implies you and your specific person are in a happy, committed relationship, or maybe you're visualizing a scene that implies you have X amount in your bank account. Is it the visualization itself that's doing the manifesting? No. Again, it is your I amness, your awareness of being the version of you that has your specific person or that has X amount in your bank account that is doing the manifesting. When you visualize, you're identifying with the version of you that already has your manifestation. You're being the version of you that has your manifestation through the act of imagining. But again, it's your awareness of who you are being or dominantly being that is manifesting. So it's your awareness that is doing the manifesting. In the same way, let's talk about when you're scripting. If you begin to script, me and my specific person are in a loving, committed relationship, I make X amount a month, or I got a pay rise today at work, or I have the perfect body, and you begin to script every day maybe. Is it the scripting that's doing the manifesting? No. It's your awareness. It's you identifying with what you are writing that is doing the manifesting. You are aware of being the version of you that already has your manifestation through the scripting. So again, it's your awareness that is doing the manifesting, your I amness. An example that I like to use as an analogy is think of your awareness as a flashlight. So where you place your awareness, in other words, what you give your attention to or what you focus on, is the portion of reality that you light up. Remember, creation's finished. That means you're never creating anything. You're simply aligning yourself with a version of reality that already has what it is that you desire. So if you desire to manifest a version of your specific person that's in a committed relationship with you, you're simply aligning with that portion or version of reality where in this version of reality, your specific person wants to be in a loving, committed relationship with you. And so you do this through the power of your awareness, which is your flashlight. You are bringing that portion or version of reality to life by being aware of being the version of you that already is with your specific person. So when it comes to manifesting whatever your heart desires, the technique itself is not what is doing the manifesting. It is your awareness. You identifying as the version of you that already has your manifestation. That is what is doing the manifesting. And this is so important because sometimes people get really hooked on the technique. And then they were wondering, well, why isn't the technique working? And it's because you're not actually identifying as the version of you that already has your manifestation. But when you understand that it's about identifying as the version of you that has it through your awareness, being the version of you that has it by identifying with that thought, or by identifying with what you're writing, or by identifying with that visual, that's when you will manifest whatever it is that your heart desires. Remember, your subconscious mind will always produce proof of the dominant state you are dwelling in. And so techniques are really a tool used to allow you to get into the state of already being the version of you that has your manifestation. Now, the reason why people tend to use affirmations and it's very popular is because you're thinking thoughts anyway. You're always thinking thoughts 24/7. So you may as well train yourself to think as the version of you that already has your manifestation. Another reason why affirmations are actually very important, the thoughts that you're thinking, is because you could have an amazing visualization session this morning. Let's say that you imagined yourself as being in a loving, committed relationship with your specific person, and you really felt it, and it felt great. But then you come out of that visualization session and you move through your day and you're constantly spiraling, you're constantly thinking negative thoughts. My specific person doesn't want to be with me. When will this happen? They hate me. Well, as you're moving through your day, you are dominantly aware of being the version of you that is not with your specific person. And that's why you always want to make sure that you keep a clean mental diet, no matter what technique you're using, and actually thinking from your desired reality throughout the day. Anytime a negative thought comes up or anytime you catch yourself spiraling. Now, that being said, the more you persist in the new state, the more you keep identifying with the version of you that already has your manifestation, all those intrusive thoughts or the old thought patterns will naturally peter out, because now your new dominant state of consciousness through you persisting says, I'm already the version of me that has my specific person, or that has the money or the car or the house. And that's why the goal is to persist in a new state of consciousness until that becomes natural to you, until it becomes who you are internally. That is when you have made your new state of consciousness, or the new story you are telling, the dominant story within you. And from there, your subconscious mind must produce proof of this to you in your 3D reality. So when it comes to manifesting, it is not the technique that is doing the manifesting. Techniques don't matter. It is your I amness, your awareness that is doing the manifesting. So the question is, who are you dominantly aware of being? That's it for this video. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening. Mwah.